I want to really thank uh, Priscilla and Bertrude for that special invitation and, of course, the opportunity for me being here today. A few weeks ago, they showed up on, you'd say literally, my doorsteps. And of course, their request was, would I be willing to engage in this first conference on this important occasion of this global education and awareness. I want to just take a brief moment to give you a sense as to who I am and why it says, indeed, I am so honored to be here today as your new superintendent of schools. My first introduction on a global scale was when I was in high school. I'm going to have to move from around this pulpit. When I was in high school, I had the tremendous privilege as a high school student to have teachers from around the world. I had my physics teacher was from India, Mr. Menon. They're also clear in my head even today, after many years. I had a teacher that was my drawing teacher, technical drawing, from Germany. I had also a teacher from England who was my English teacher, Mr. Oldness. I had a teacher that was indeed a very important part of the work that I was doing at the time in science, in botany, from America. And so I had an exposure very early to that international field. And time would not permit me to give you the beginnings of a boy out of poverty coming up through that experience and the many blessings and successes that I was able to have because of great teachers, an educational system. Yes, it was very selective, but indeed I was able to achieve in it. Then many years later on, I had the great privilege as an adult to live in 5 countries, to work, to study, to experience cultures of people. And that gave me an international perspective. First of all, my great-grandfather is from Calcutta, India, by my father's side. My great-grandfather by my mother's side is from the Ivory Coast in Africa. So you know where I'm coming from out of slavery and that experience. It wasn't too far. So indeed, I have that global perspective about people, about life. And as Sheila and I, my wife, we have our 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, we did the same for them. We exposed them to the world. We expose them to people and culture. And as a result, we consider ourselves to be an international family. That's who we are, living in 5 countries. Indeed, and of course, I learned Spanish for a while, but because I didn't use it, you know what happened. I lose it. Ladies and gentlemen, global awareness is a very important aspect of our lives today. Why is it important? The world is smaller. We're all connected. We're connected by virtue of the technology, yes, but there's one common thing that connects all people of all race, of all location, geographical location, of all languages, and that we share one common spirit, the human spirit. That's who we are. And as a result of that one common spirit, we ought to have a bond and a care and the grace for each other. And education becomes that platform for us to be able to truly unite, for us to create this level playing field, so to speak, so that all people in all lands, by all race and ethnicity, and all class can achieve the highest potential that's possible. And what a place to have such a connection than Gainesville. A multicultural environment. That's why I'm here too. A multicultural environment that honors diversity, that honors people of different languages and culture. We have a great city, a great county here. There's no doubt in my mind, I've been around this county already almost 4 times. I've been to places, I've talked to people. I'm on the beat, as they would say, in communities. Last week when I was in one community, I kept knocking on doors. People asked me, what are you running for? My response to them was, I'm running for children. All children in Alachua County. That's why I'm here. East, west, north, south, wherever they are, wherever we have children, private or public, I don't make a difference. They're children. And we have a common responsibility to ensure we can elevate all of our children to reach their highest potential. This particular project, an emphasis that this, and I'm very excited, first of all, but the fact that this is being led by young people. These are like my children. For God's sake, they're my children. That's who I see them as. My daughter, Joanne, yesterday she gave me the greatest news, April, and I'm going to have to announce it publicly. She did her finals yesterday for her PhD, and of course, you know that's very rigid and very grueling. She called me Dad at about lunchtime and said, Daddy, guess what? I passed. I passed. She's our candidate for her PhD in microbiology in the School of Medicine. Molecular biology, pardon me. I'm so excited for her. But in a week, I had another announcement. My son, Jeremy, who's a computer engineer in Atlanta, Georgia, called Mom and Dad and said, you know what? You're going to be grandparents in a couple of weeks. Hey, what better can be that? I need some advice, though. Ladies and gentlemen, education is for all people. Education is what elevates us. As a boy in poverty, there is no way I could be standing before you today if it wasn't for the quality education I received. But I want to create dreams for all the boys and girls here in Alachua, irrespective of their circumstances. I want to make certain that we all together as a community can uplift them. But not only here in Alachua, we also have the globe. And that's why this is all about. This Gainesville Connect is about reaching out. We have a social responsibility, not just to ourselves and to our community, but to our common humanity, wherever they are in the world. Haiti is one of those places, among others. And I don't have to tell you the struggles. Ladies and gentlemen, our founding fathers declared for us about 230 years, 80 years ago, that says, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator, and yes, for me, Creator, with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I believe in that independence. I believe in that for all people. This was directed to America, but indeed consider it for the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Have a wonderful conference this year.